What's up, folks? Zaguaroe here, coming at you with our third stream ever as a VTuber. Not gonna do much of an intro again, just like I did the last time. If this is your first time checking a VOD, because I am assuming there's nobody here, and that's to be expected. Not really thinking viewers are gonna start to pop in at all until I switch up games, but I'm still trying to get a little more practice with the stream again. I did stream before being a VTuber just a long time ago, just getting back the hang of it, exercising my vocal cords, doing a few things. I'm going to make sure everything's come up correctly because Twitch is showing incredibly unstable bitrate. And that's showing I'm live, but also showing that I'm offline. Let's make sure that everything's working here. Okay, there it goes. Now it's showing up. I don't know why it's showing such an unstable bitrate. Bad weather here today, but nothing that should be overly concerning. We're going to get back into Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, second game, second case. We left off, I'm assuming is halfway, through the first investigation, through the first trial part, and now we're going to be back to investigating. I did get a little frustrated with it. I even looked up one thing because I was frustrated and was going to have to like redo the chapter, I think, if I didn't pick the next answer right. Not going to do that again. One of the things I do need practice with, and kind of why I did pick this game, is when a streamer gets frustrated with the game and shows that frustration, it makes it a bad stream for everybody. And I think that's what I did last time. Obviously nobody was watching, so doesn't matter too much. People see the VODs, cool. But yeah, I need to get better about that. So this time, if the game frustrates me because I can't figure out what's going on, it's going to be less trying to outwardly express that and trying to take it with in stride and roll with it. That's always been a problem for me, in personal life as well as other things. Just not rolling with the punches terribly well. So hopefully we are going to fix that. Other thing I adjusted for this stream is I tweaked my microphone audio a bit. So I'm a little bit quieter, but I think that brings me closer in line to the average voice volume of other people on Twitch without also making me too loud for other audio. So I'll have to go back and basically just cherry pick parts of the VOD to watch and see how it sounded, and then adjust from here. If it ended up being really bad, when I go to upload the VOD, I actually record this rather than just like downloading the VOD from Twitch, so I can up the audio levels for my voice or game or whatever, because I have those all recorded at different tracks, so I can adjust that as needed. I'm hoping this is going to be a better overall. I do wish my bit rate would stop showing as terrible on Twitch, but oh well, that's fine. We're gonna roll with it. Let's go ahead and start launching the game. Turn off our background audio here. I do, if things do like take off, one of the first things I'm going to need to do is adjust my monitor setup, because you can see like the shiftiness of my eyes when I go to check to make sure things are working properly on the other monitor is a little too much. And I could turn down the eye tracking a bit so it doesn't jump all the way over there. But then when I actually do like want to try to be expressive with my eyes, maybe it won't work so much. So, whatever. But let's jump into this. I'm guessing we're just going to do the second investigation, second trial, finish up this case, maybe jump into the next one a little bit, maybe not, shooting for kind of 2.5, 3 hours. Eventually I do want the stream to be longer, but since this is constant reading, the game doesn't give you great points to start and stop. So like I don't want to stop in the middle of investigation. I guess I could. It's not like it's that complicated. I mean, it's kind of a kid's game, so I shouldn't be like that frustrated or anything by it. But yeah, we'll see. We're just gonna we'll jump into it and go. That is the face I make when I am drinking something. Oh, I need to. Duh. Get myself back on the side here. I do all the other thing I need to set up to be a little bit more professional streaming here. Instead of just resizing myself every time, I need to have it switch to where it's scenes from where I'm full screen to on the side. Because otherwise, like each time I'm resizing here, it's basically different. I'm not moving it to the same size. I need to get that set up correctly. Okay, June 21st through 24, Kurain Village. So where this left off is we need to investigate. We had the epiphany at the end of the first trial, or I guess it was the second trial phase of the first trial day, that Maya was no longer in the room when the murder occurred, or when we walked in and took a picture. We determined that wasn't Maya because she had a bullet hole in her shirt and the other person didn't have a bullet hole in their shirt. So now we got to figure out where it is, but we already figured that out on our own. There's a trunk that was there, wasn't in one room. Then when we came back after murder, it was in a different room. So kind of she was in that trunk, but whatever. Okay. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick. You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway. I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man, she definitely didn't. Oh, that was an interjection, sorry. Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person. Yes, Pearls. Oh, I see. I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. Well, she probably figures it's either her mother or someone else that's there. But let's talk to her. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial? I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before. Oh. And Mystic Maya looked so small and helpless. Well, Maya's already naturally short, so... And then, that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes... Oh, she means Franziska. She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided Mystic Maya did it. I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow. I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. But, I mean, you need to be there anyway. You're the defense attorney. Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya? Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer, a prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent. All they care about is if they win. Well, that's not technically true. That shouldn't be true, at least. That's terrible. But she's really a good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right? There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Well, he might have become a good guy. Eventually. He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. Edgeworth? It was a long time ago. He's not around anymore. Huh? He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely and died for it. Ah, he's not dead. I'm sure is that going to be the final case in this game? It's proving that he's not dead or that he didn't murder somebody. Probably, that's most likely what's going to be. Oh, that's too bad. By the way, yes, what is it? You wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you? Why are you asking me? No, I was just thinking earlier. I didn't see anything. She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? And on top of that, this key. Just when did she pick this up? I just realized I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened? Ah. What I was doing? I wasn't doing anything. She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone else. I promise. Oh, it's the minigame thing. We don't want to mess up and press this when we don't actually have information. So I'm guessing we need to search around, figure things out to get these locks. We'll see. I guess you can see through my lie, huh? Yeah, clearly. I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick? So, let's not do that yet. Present her the key and see, well, tell me anything about the key. About this key, Pearls. You found it on the day of the murder, right? Yes. Now, where you found this key is very important. So please tell me, Pearls, where did you find this? I found it in the incinerator. The incinerator? Is she talking about the one in the garden? The door on it was a little open, so I took a peek. When was that? It was after the channeling when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick? Yes? Are you going to tell my mother? Huh? You mean tell Morgan what you did? Yes, if she finds out that I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking. Ah, gotcha. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? Incinerator, huh? Sounds like a good place to search next. Well, let's go do that then. Is there gonna be anybody in here? It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held today, but I guess it's already over. Okay, let's go check the incinerator. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in there now. Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Ooh, looks like they've noticed me, and are now running at top speed towards me. She's trying to burn the other outfit that she was wearing when she committed the murder. Oh hey, Huff Huff. Like, Huff Huff, you're that dentist guy. Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again. Oh, like, real suave. So it's like, my turn. It's nice to see you too. So what's up? You're all out of breath. Like, huh? Oh, like you mean, like, I'm just totally happy and like totally excited to be here. Excited? Like, I mean, there are so many things to like see. It's like the real deal here. Oh, really? For example? For example, like that urn over there. Do you like know about it? All I see is an old cracked piece of pottery. Well, before we do any of that, let's look at this. That's right. Pearl said she found this key inside the incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it. A tiny bit, but still. Okay, so someone clearly tried to burn it. We've now got that evidence. Very good. It's a really old urn. There are the ashes of a person who's long dead inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. Okay. Everything I looked at before is now like not showing as having been looked at, so let's look at it again. I'm not gonna read this. Yeah, it's still the same. Not important. Okay. Now let's continue talking to her. Is there some sort of legend connected with that urn? Like, yeah, it's like this village's treasure. Huh? Didn't know that. And, like, it's sealed inside that urn. What are you talking about? Like, you know, Amy Faye's spirit. Amy Faye? Who's that? That could be Ami. It says I am. What? Like, these Mr. Smith, get with the program. Everyone knows the lady that founded the Korean channeling technique was Mystic Ami. Amy. Ami. What's Maya, Mia? I mean, it's just rearranged. I'll say Amy. Nah, maybe I'll say Ami. I don't know. You don't have to get upset with me. So, like, as long as her spirit, like, lives in that urn, the spiritual power of the Faye family will stick around. Like, isn't that totally romantic? Romantic, huh? If that urn really is important, as she says, it could be a vital clue. We already looked at it. Eni, I wanted to ask you about the murder. Murder? Dr. Gray's, remember? As if there's another one. Oh, that one. Like, you should have said so in the first place. So, like, I totally don't know anything, because I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Well, that's not much help. Do you notice anything at all? Like, come on, what a total bore. I, like, totally have nothing to do with this. Like, murder thing. Oh, yeah, you only introduced Dr. Gray to Crane Village. No relation, sure. Even if you were only acquaintances, that still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in that accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident? Like why? You think like it's got something to like do with the murder? I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. Uh-oh. She's got a double lock too. Psych locks? Like, what is it? Looks like I'm going to need something to pry her mouth open on this one. Okay, we're gonna keep looking around before we do those. Betting is all laid out today too. Guess I'll leave them alone now. Why? Excuse me, who am I talking to? There's no one here. I keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. It looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's just pretty big. But it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few full pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. So yes, that's where she was placed. Okay, this is all the same as we saw before. Okay. Yeah, that hasn't changed, so let's move. Okay, I can examine it further now. So there's a spirit in this urn, huh? I see a bunch of cracks. But I guess maybe the spirit could live in the space between the cracks. Looks like something's written on it. Whoop, I am. Well, I clicked too fast, but we've got the urn has a piece of evidence, and it says I am. Could also be upside down and say, where, why? W, oh no, the A wouldn't be an A upside down. Okay, it just says I am. Okay, I don't know the significance of that. We can look at the incinerator again. So someone tried to burn this. This key was also found in there. I get the feeling this incinerator played a crucial part in this murder. Doesn't get added as evidence or anything. Okay. Let's check the... Oh, is this all the same? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'm not going to look at everything. Look at that again, just in case. Okay, move. Let's go into the channeling chamber. Check this out again. Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? It looks like she's talking to a picture. Well, that's a little bit scary. Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. What in the? Who's there? Who's Misty? Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright. Just curious, but that picture you were just looking at. Oh, today was that event, was it not? Good sir, I heard you did well. Huh? Oh yes, thank you. I'm terribly sorry I could not attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. The previous engagement is I had to watch over the trainees' training today. I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about the picture. All because the master can't be here with us, you understand? And that is why a lowly range family member such as myself must do this. Okay, let's talk to her. Have you remembered anything about the murder? No, I told you everything I know already. Were you in this room the whole time Lada and I went to call the police? Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterward. You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen? She didn't have blood all over him. I'd like to say more did, however, that is all that occurred. I was really hoping for some new info. I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes. Can you possibly be more patronizing? So do the students train every day? Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off. They were given a day off the day after the murder, of course, however. And I assume both mine and Pearl's went through this training? Mr. Wright. Ah, yes. Wow, she got really scary really fast. How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Sorry, I meant Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far? Next question, please. Oh man, she's really being a pain in the butt about this. Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir. Okay, so the master is, Maya's mother, right? Mystic Misty. She's a brilliant medium. And where is she now? We are not sure. Not sure? About 16 or 17 years ago. Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit, and after that, she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will return to this village, in any case. In 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village. Erased? A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead. Oh, I see. And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Crane Village. And Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid, I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there. Okay, so I mean, it's the obvious thing. She worked with Eni to do the murder and frame Maya so that she could make her daughter the master. Okay, nothing else to talk to her about. Let's examine all the same stuff. This full screen is really showing its age, tattered, yada yada. Okay. There's some empty spaces on the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. There wasn't anyone back here at the time of the murder, or that's what Lotta testified in court. I knew I should have taken a look. I can always count on Lotta to make things hard. Okay. This is an altar, yada yada yada, same thing. From that, this is where the medium sits. 4 panels, same thing. Slide over, look at the blood again. This is the door. Okay, nothing else to see in here. Oh, I guess I could... present the key to her and ask her, like, hey, how come I have an extra key? This is the key to this room. That's right. But why do you have it, good sir? That I'm not telling. Return it at once. I can't. It's evidence, after all. I think she knows exactly how important this key is to this murder. But what is this feeling I'm getting from her? I can't describe it. Okay. Let's just present a bunch of stuff to her. There are 6 parts of the Crane's secret writings that think this valued treasure of our village and Mystic Maya were both shot by a gun. Well, that's... even if it was something that occurred during a channeling, it's an unforgivable act. Okay. Anything... that's not important. Ask her about this. What do you think about this? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid my spiritual power isn't as strong as you might think. I really am terribly sorry. It's not to do with your spiritual power. I guess you won't answer. Let's just ask about that too. Okay, when it's something that doesn't matter to her, it just happens. Okay. As Mystic Maya before I apply the spirit severing technique. This picture is taken without my express permission. A new allowing person like her from the Heartland into our country was a bad idea. You do realize that the Heartland is part of this country, right? Okay. Okay, same thing. That is Mystic Maya's costume, isn't it? It's a shame. I never thought anything like that would happen to her. But we don't know that was Maya that did it. Oh, poor Mystic Maya. Do you ever listen to anyone other than yourself? Okay, I don't think I need to... actually, let's ask her about that. Okay, same thing. Doesn't matter. I want to see if it, like, she said, oh, that's the knife from whatever. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. What if I show that to her? Okay, no. Let's go back. Let's go show things to people. And at some point we can go talk to Maya as well. Let's just present things. Hey, what do you think about this key? Okay, nothing. No, I know like you totally hard sound, but I can't like take it. Okay. Okay, nothing. Oops, I didn't mean to open it. So like the crane technique is the real deal. I'm gonna like have to write about it in like my report for school. Okay, so like you'll give me this picture for like the report, right? No way. So it's her. That's why she's upset about it. You don't see the trunk here, right? You don't see it back there. Okay. You don't see in this one either, right? Nope. Wow, so, okay, same answers. The other picture. Okay, nothing there. And nothing there. Okay. Let us present some other things to her. I don't think... I've seen this knife before. Really? Where? My kitchen. Oh, that's right. This knife belongs to the face. I'll scan and cut some apples for you later, Mr. Nick. Okay, thanks. Okay, not important. Let's ask about this urn, though. I'm sure it's helpful to you in some way. I'm still in training, so I don't know anything about it. I'm really deeply sorry. No, it's okay. I shouldn't show you something so trivial anyway. Okay. Same thing. Nothing from that. I don't think showing her any of these would matter. Okay. Now, this seems like you're just going to tell me there's a hidden thing. Okay, let's go to our office. I don't think there's going to be anything there, but this case had me out of the office most of the time. And come back tomorrow. Helping Maya should be my top priority now. Okay, that's why I just want to make sure there wasn't like something weird here. Okay. Let's talk to Maya, and then we're going to try to get through those psych locks or psyche locks. Hey Nick, I've been waiting. She looks so helpless. So, how was it? What did you find out? Well, I found a few things. It's so bad you can't even look me in the eye. I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise. Sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble. I want to talk to her about everything. We'll present the stuff. So how was it? Today's trial, I mean. You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick? The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but there wasn't anyone else in that room but the two of us, right? Well, did you check behind the folding screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what Lotta said too, but was the stupid trunk there? That's what we want to know. Nick, why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't tell Dr. Gray? Because of something Mia told me. My sis, what did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now that you mention it, wait then, you really am? You are not the real murderer. I think that, maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray. That's... Oh, just a second. I want to ask you something about Pearls. Pearly? What about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I wanted to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. Huh? Wait, Nick, you don't think she did it, do you? Well, no, of course not. We don't think that. No, nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid, and really cute, and really great, and cute. I didn't really think she was the murderer, but she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right? Yeah, the two of us. We were playing with her ball. Ball, huh? Sounds like a dead end to me. Oh, did the vase get smashed? She put it back together. That's why it was like cracked. But now instead of saying Amy or Ami or whatever it actually is, that's why it says I am, because when it was put back together, they put it back together wrong. That could be okay. Ball, huh? Sounds like dead end to me. Now let's ask about it. So about this ball, it's not like we supposed she was playing with ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the channeling job. Yeah, she broke the vase and put it back together wrong. So that's why she doesn't want to tell us. Pearly really loves to play with that ball. She loves to play with that ball, huh? When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box. The clothing box? Yeah. Pearl's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. The clothing box in the side room, huh? Okay, I guess we'll go back there. Let's present a couple things. That's a channeling chamber. This is the only one in the world, right? Yeah. During the trial, I was kind of wondering why you had it. I got it from Pearls. That's weird. I swear I locked the door, then put the key into one of my pouchy sleeves. Your sleeve? But how and when would your sleeve leave the room? It didn't grow a pair of legs. I wonder where Pearlie found that key. Okay, so that's why it is super important. Ask about this. That's Corain's sacred urn. Mystic Amy's soul is sealed inside of it. Yeah, I know all about it. About how she's the founder of the Corain technique. Oh, look at Mr. Smarty here. Thinks he knows all. Whoop, I clicked. Trust me, this isn't going on my resume anytime soon. You know, I haven't looked at this in a long time. I wonder when it became so cracked. Okay, it obviously got broken by the ball. What is it? I'm not too sure myself, but I found it just now inside the furnace. Huh? Did the trash burn day already? That's not something I would know about. I guess she didn't notice the bloodstain. Probably better that way. Okay. I'll ask her about the knife. That's a knife from my family's kitchen. I'll never be able to use it again. It's alright. I'll buy a new one, okay? Alright, that's not the point. I don't ever want to see another knife ever again. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we necessarily need to do with her. So let's go back to the village. Oh, no, Lotta's here. Hey, wait, please, Lotta. She ran off into the manor. Oh, and what's her? Pearl's not there anymore. Lotta. Eck. Did she run away again? Hey, I'm telling you to quit following me here. Worthless piece of trash. You'll lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust. Sigh. I don't want to do the traffic accident yet. Let's go into the side room. I'm pretty sure I saw a lot around in this direction, but it doesn't look like she's here. Oh, now we found the ball that wasn't seemingly never there before. I wonder if it was in the thing, and now it's out of it because she's in there. It's Pearl's ball. Maya said it was kept in the clothing box. So then what is it doing on the floor? Okay, we've got the ball. It's important. Because we need to present that to Pearl during the psych lock thing. Who must Pearl's bottles usually kept? I wonder what's inside. Wow. So now that we're establishing people can hide in the box. What were you doing in there? What were you thinking? A bad person, just another piece of human trash I need a hole to crawl into. So he crawled in this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into. Oh man, but there is a hole somewhere. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. Well, that's super important. It's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. Then could this... Okay. Now we've got everything we need. I guess we'll examine it again. I guess I could have read that. This clothing box... I thought if I felt my soul take off for a second when I jumped out at me. So it's big enough to fit a grown adult. Well, if she can be called an adult. Okay. Do I talk to Lotta now? No, she was just here to establish the box as a piece of... Okay, that works. Yeah, let's... I just want to see what the prompt is here. We can choose not to present something so that we don't break it. Like, you're totally not going to give up, are you? No, I'm not. I totally want to forget about my sister, you know? Time to move on and all that. Because I have no choice but to remove those locks. Oh, I have to present the thing to do it. Okay, let's see how this goes. Traffic accident. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Oh, my thing didn't come back? After all that? I guess I have to not mess things up then. Huh? Like whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, like, the Dr. Gray guy made my sister fall asleep, and, like, that's all I have to say about that. Interesting. Eni just asked whose accident, which means she must know something about another person's accident, or she was just saying she doesn't remember her sister. I don't know, that's weird. Okay, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like you got someone in mind? I mean, potentially him? Depth profile for Amy Faye. I don't think I have something to present here, so I'm going to choose not to. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. So we'll come back to this later. We need to present to Pearl now. Oh, Mr. Nick, that person ran by here just now. What person? You know, the person with the fluffy candy hair. Ah, she means Lotta. She said don't look at me with them eyes, but I'm not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she meant. Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you, going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me. Oh, she left. She came back through this way. Gotcha, okay. Oh, well, thanks. You're welcome. Okay, now let's see if we have the evidence present here. Pearl's alibi. Pearl, you have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay? But what if I can't just tell you what happened? Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound? What? You can do that? You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you? Yes. Okay. Now, when the murder was taking place, you were here, right? Okay. Winding way. You were here, weren't you, Pearls, in the winding way? Wow, you got it. So, do you think you can tell me now? I'm sorry, not yet. Man, oh man. Alright, what next? Well, we got one of the locks, right? Take it off. Okay, I think I know what you were doing there. Do you really know that much? Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Now, what was it Pearl was doing in the winding way? She was playing with the ball. You were playing with this ball, right? Ah, that's right. How did you know? Oh, that's the one. Okay. Well, I told me you love to play with your ball. Yeah, I was playing with my ball. And the other thing is going to be breaking the thing. And then something happened, huh? Something really bad. Gulp. What do you mean, something? Nothing happened. This is it. While you were playing with your ball, this happened. This urn. It's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of crane technique is sealed in here, isn't it? Yes. What's this? It's cracked all over, isn't it? There's even a few gaps here and there. Please don't tease me. Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? You've all smacked into it and knocked it over, right? If Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. But it's strange that the lock hasn't broken yet. It's a really old urn, isn't it? I guess. It's so old, so it's not that weird to have a few cracks. Her voice is shaking. How can you tell that the urn has been broken? So, I would assume I present the profile here because it's spelled wrong. So that's what I'm going to do. If this somehow is wrong and I lose because this takes me down to 0, oh well. Who started the crane channeling technique? Huh? Oh, it was Mystic Amy. That's right. And how do you spell her name? Do you know? How do I spell her name? I don't know. It's spelled A-M-I. She doesn't know how to spell Amy? It's 3 letters. I'm guessing in the natural Japanese it might be different because it might be like a character. Like a kanji character or something like that. Gasp. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I am written on this urn. And that's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn and made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together again. Okay, we got that one. Nailed it. Oh, that gave us a bunch of stuff back. Very good. Very good. Now I don't have to be as scared. Around when Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the winding way with my ball. And that's when you broke the urn? Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mr. Gamey's spirit fly away. Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay? I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village. But the broken pieces were pretty big, so you thought you can put them back together and no one would notice. Yes. Found some glue and brought it to the hallway and fixed the urn there. The hallway? You mean Winding Way? Yes. I mean, the chailing only took place for a couple minutes before the murder happened. She must have done this very fast, and how did we not hear the urn break? Julie already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. So how long did it take you? It must have been a nasty repair job. Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I'm not nearly as skilled. And how did it not wake up the person sleeping just in the next thing is another point to make, I guess. When I finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor. So that's when Lada and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder. I saw that I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick, what is it, pearls? I'm going to get banished, aren't I? I really don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I bet Mr. Gamey's happy to be free from that cramped urn. Yeah, I hope so. No harm done and a happy resolution. Phew. I'm not quite sure why this is necessarily important yet, but okay. Oh, okay. I want to check something. Am I allowed to? I can save, right? I'm going to save. Because if I mess something up, I want to be able to load. I don't know if that's how that actually works. Okay. The other accident is per accident. So let's, oops, no, not. Let's present. We'll present the profile of Pearl. I think. Here's something that, here's accident, yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Which means another person's accident. Profiles, Pearl. Oh wow, so like that person had a car accident too? You can't tell me you don't know. Like, how would I know if that person, like, had an accident? Oh. Besides, like, I'm an occult fan, not an ambulance chaser like you. So they were talking about a car accident? Okay, well, I'm going to save scum. Because I don't want to deal with that. And plus this will let us know if save scumming works. It does. Okay. I have no problem with save scumming. I did it a lot in Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, let's I mean, I would think someone else that had a car accident. So I'm trying to think, like, is it something that come up that Morgan was in a car accident at some point? Hey Morgan, yes, what is it? Must you be so noisy? We have a rule here, the hallway is not for running. Now then, in a calm manner, ask your question. Okay, anyway, did you see Lotta come by here? That girl from the Heartland? I'm sorry, but she did not pass by here any time. Great, Lotta, you sure know how to waste a man's time. Okay, so she doesn't have anything else. What do you think about this? Okay. Since I got this, is there any other evidence I can get from this? Okay, nope, not there. I feel like like her own accident because she was in the car accident. We can try that. But I also want to say, hey, do you freak out when I show this to you? Okay, no. I'm not gonna get in the habit of doing this, but just for this thing, like there's always these little stupid things in these games that make me get stuck. So that's whose accident? Your sister's accident. Oh yeah. So I'm assuming it's supposed to either be her or Dr. Gray. I'm gonna do her. I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Okay, that was it. I guess I should have figured from the opening scene for this case, she's there. Yes, so wow, like how strange, I have like no idea what you're talking about. Can you like prove I was in like an accident? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I prove she was in a car accident? I don't think I can. Okay. Let me save scum once. Again, just to save the thing for the trial when I'm really gonna get stuck and I don't want to have to look things up. Let me... what evidence would I have that she was in a car accident? Not everything I can, but I can see it. I can't see how it all adds up. But is Eeny Meeny being here just a coincidence? Hey, mister, how's it the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? The nurse turns out to be Eeny's sister. It's too convenient. Hey, Phoenix, I'm talking to you. I wish you knew more about Eeny, but where am I going to find out info? Okay, so I just need to walk outside to get the info. That's silly. Give me a bad look at over at trash like me. Is that it, Mr. High and Mighty? Lotto. Oh, so you finally noticed. I thought I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, although I couldn't understand a word. Well, I got to hand you sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful to you for chasing this large lump of one around like this. What I was gonna do was I was gonna try to go back to my office and see if there's a way to like look up information about the accident. But this works too. Thanks, but you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? And as for following or chasing wherever isn't that what you're doing? Well, you see, well, you're not exactly real gentleman with the lady's heart, are you? You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Okay. I'm really getting excited about today. When I get all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You hurt my really badly, Lotta. I don't suppose you could forgive a gal like me. I'll forgive you. Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya out too, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. And thank goodness I'm still what? No, nothing at all. I'm just talking myself, you know, gibberish. Now then, a lot of heart at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I've dug up. Thanks. Hey, don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all this info for free. I'm not taking money. I only know this one's an alien clone. If Mai's not the real murderer, then who do you think it is, Lotta? Well, heck, ain't it obvious? Is that a cult freak? You mean Eeny Meeny? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? That Granny, you and me, we were all together that whole time. So Lotta suspects Eeny, which means she might have already found some info about our mysterious Eeny. Okay. Eeny Meeny, right? Yeah, I was wondering if you know anything about this girl. You know, actually, I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world. Yeah, I heard as much. I also heard that Eeny was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Korean Village. You don't say, that's one sneaky gal if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about her? I do. Speaking of Eeny, do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? Ha ha ha. It'll cost you, and it'll cost you a lot. Oh, silly me, here I thought free meant no money necessary. The girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? But why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was going to be annoying, I reckoned, so I didn't actually go there. Arg. Well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Spoiled gumbo sounds ew. I mean, look, don't blame this on... Oh, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. I better go check this out. I better go check out this potty clinic. Alright, let's do that. I don't know, that guy broke his leg. Potty clinic reception. So, this is where Eeny was hospitalized. Okay, that's weird looking, dude. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? Ah, yes, are you a doctor here? Yes, I'm Director Hadi. Ho ho. Heck, I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yes, so what can I help you with? I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Eeny Meeny. Miss Meeny? Miss Eeny Meeny? Yes, oh, her. It's too bad. I'll tell you something. That girl left here a long time ago. Here you are, sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Ah, sweetums, calm down, calm down. Don't be so harsh with a man like me. Don't you dare start that sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Wow, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful towards their boss. Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Okay, I got it. Yes. Yes, Don't, yes, me. Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hadi, ho ho. The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the inhumanity. Only person I can talk to is this guy. Ugh. Well, I guess we'll talk to him. So what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Yes, we treat all sorts of doctory clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory clinical stuff. Well, I don't actually know or particularly care about the details. Oh. Yes, what does that look for? Yes, there's a really big general hospital around the corner. Yes. They can't accommodate everyone. They move some of their patients here. Do surgeries here, right? Yes, we do some plastic surgery here. Oh, it seems... Is Eeny Meeny actually the original nurse? And she had a car accident and changed her face? Maybe? And it's really her sister that died or something? So instead of Eeny, Eeny's the one dead and the actual one alive is, what's her name? It seems? Yes, it seems that way. What do you know about Miss Eeny Meeny? Now you're talking. Yes, that girl, she was transferred from the general hospital. From the general hospital? To here? What kind of surgery did she need? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was really bad. Really bad. So what kind was it? Yes, well, no, you see, that's something. No, I can't tell you. So you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. Director. So you sing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. It's in all those TV shows too, right? You've seen them, right? Yes. I'm never going to get him to unzip those broken zipper teeth of his at this rate. There's got to be something I can show to this old coot. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, this is nice and exciting. What do you think? Does anything grab your attention? There's no mistaking this is nice. Yes, I like this picture. Yes, mind if I borrow this for a while for private research purposes? That's okay. I don't think I should support his research. Okay, I was trying to think if like it was gonna point out that he's gonna say, oh, that's Eeny Meeny. Okay, same thing. This seems really cute, this picture. You agree, right? Yeah, sure. I wish I could see her again. Maybe next time she has a big action. Yes? I'll tell her for you. Yes, please. I'll be waiting for her. Yes, waiting. About this person. I feel like somewhere I've seen her somewhere before, I think. When she comes tomorrow for consultation, I'm sure we can get reacquainted. I don't believe this. Okay. No, Morgan by any chance. Like this person. Something. Okay. Okie dokie. So, her accent, I could show the director Hottie? I'm supposed to show him something, though. To get more info. I feel like I need that first. Let me show you a gun? You want to look at a gun? Okay. I guess maybe show him clothes? Is he a weirdo? Okay, Okay, oh, I can steal Samurai Ball? Okay. Assume that has nothing but, yeah. So, for example, I would like to meet her just one time. Bring her to me tomorrow. She'll get special attention. I promise. I was trying to see, like, does he just want to be shown a pretty woman? And then, like, that'll do, like, make him do stuff? Oh, she's nice to look in her eyes. She looks like a queen. She's glaring at me, and her stares make me choke up in tears. I was whipped by her, and it hurt a lot. Oh, wow. I'm so jealous. So, did you cry? How did it feel? Okay, so it was the right thing. He just needed to be shown the correct, attractive woman, apparently. Cried a little, I think. I can't actually remember. Oh, no. Okay, that didn't actually do anything. Or did it? No, it didn't. So, hold on. Yes. What did this? What kind was it? I can't tell you. It's this thing about yada yada yada. There's gotta be something I can show to this old coot. Okay. I'm just gonna show him like everyone's. This is. I don't want to do that. That'd be weird. We can try Lada. Hey. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to potentially show him. None of this would matter. None of that would matter. Alright, let's go somewhere else real quick. Sure, there's nothing here. Do I have any messages? No. Okay. The only other thing I can think of is if I like don't ask her about the accent, I present the profile of that guy. But I feel like that's not what I need to do either. What should I do? Should I just go ahead and try? I don't want to save screen again. No. Hold on. Yeah. Lawyer right now, I'm investigating a murder. Okay. I guess showing that you're a lawyer matters. Yes, what's with your face fonts and answer? Yes, the trial's tomorrow and I really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I can let you in a little secret. What's that? Yes, actually, I'm not the real director. You're kidding? Anyone with Havenfly's brain knew that. What do you mean? I'll have to explain this to him. Well, hold on, I'll give you something. Real information, okay? I'm actually in this clinic, see, unlike this place is walking dictionpedia. I mean walking encyclopedia? Yeah, that. My specialty is in young, silky smooth, haughty patients. There's nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself? Ho ho ho, anyway, you want to know about little Miss Eeny Meeny, right? Little Miss Eeny Meeny? That girl, I remember her especially well. Really especially very well. Okay. Please tell me what you know about Eeny Meeny. Yes, I'll get to that, trust me, I will. That girl, that's right, she was transferred here from the general hospital. This was, yes, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? No. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see, yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around and round in bandages, and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, all right? Yes, it was an accident. An accident. They're scary, yes? Cars, yes. Car? You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers. Yes, I looked it all up, I did. It was terrible. Yes. Did I even ask what's wrong with this old guy? Just now you mentioned something about a big operation. Are you talking about Miss Eeny's operation? Yes, Miss Eeny's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like bad toast. It was bad, very bad. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing Miss Eeny had a picture of herself. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. Okay, so her sister, she is Meeny, not Eeny, I think. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. Picture? That girl, see, she just gotten her license. So she happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh. So see, I got her picture as a way to remember her, yes? Well, more like swiped. Breach of ethics. Oh, wait. What? A pretty girl like her, I bet she has lots of pictures of herself. Sure. It's a treasure, my treasure, precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. Okay. Let's ask about the accident. So you looked up information on Amy's accident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yes, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it? Do you remember? Yes, hold on, I'll go get it for you. The article I need. Huh? You have it? Well, don't get me wrong. I thought something like this might come up, so... Obsessive to the max, but I bet I could learn about how to stay on the lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Eeny was in the passenger seat. The passenger seat, huh? And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up. The next minute, a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Eeny fell off the door and finally got it to open and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all the details in this article. Yes. Okay. Now I get that new clue. I should probably look this over. Well, let's look it over real quick then. Did it not? Isn't that where the other article was? Okay. Your take forward was late last night. 2 women's car crashed into Highway 75. One of the women was not able to escape by fleeing wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigations revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Miss Eeny Meeny holds interview about crash. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and like I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was like still half asleep but opened the right door and like got out. I don't like remember anything else. If Miss Eeny Meeny is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister Meeny Meeny. Mimi Meanie was the nurse at Gray's Surgical Clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is this then just a mere coincidence? Okay. Okay. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yes. So how was I? I was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Yes, thank you very much. Yes. Well, then I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Eni I said hi, okay? Yes. Okay. So, it's time for me to leave too. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. Anything to examine? Let's look at this guy. This patient is undergoing rehabilitation. Look at that strained face twisting all those ways in that oily sweat. His whole body swaying back and forth, wobble wobble like he's about to fall. Hey, don't just cut in my monologue like that. I'm explaining things here. Sorry. Yes, most sorry. Yes, okay. This must be the waiting area. It's got the feeling of one, and there are sofas lined up. But I don't see all that many patients. Yes, well, it's the quality and the quantity that counts. Okay. This is yada yada yada, where the yada yada yada. Yada yada. Yada yada. Okay. Move. Back to the village. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking so well. Oh, yeah. So earlier that old granny called the cops. Huh? The cops? Well, I'm Morgan called police. She said she had something to tell them. Things are sure getting interesting. But honestly, I tell you that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Stealing the master's seat and controlling the village folk. And now you see what it's turned into. A murder, that's what. Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on. What? The stuff you were just talking about? That's the first I've heard of it. Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with gossip while I'm busy saving people. Said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named Misty Fey. But the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the master? Well, I guess jumping topics. Do you know where Eni is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around the garden in the middle. Okay, thanks. You got something to ask her? Yeah. I've got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me. So I hear the master has always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter? Turns out that Old Bat is Misty Faye's older sister. Oh. They say the older sister is usually the one with the more spiritual power. Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway, somehow, Granny there lost to her younger sister Misty. I see. This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sort of things too, like she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have any power to be the next master. Disgraceful. Wow, I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Okay. Let's go break some locks. Hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret. Like, what's with that scared look on your face? Just to be safe. So I guess it kind of tells you if you need more. Okay, we got it this time, I think, pretty easily, though. Okay. Yes. Huh? Another person? I sure do. Your accident. So, back to evidence. And now, newspaper clipping. You take a look at this. It's a newspaper article from 1 year ago. It says Miss Eeny Meeny holds interview about crash. Ah, you suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait. What now? That's not me. Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, Eeny Meeny, is, like, pretty common. What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Meeny, isn't here, too. Like, totally. Wow. What a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm going to let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized? I sure do. This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So? There's a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. The creepy fake director. Are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so like, I was in an accident, sure. But that's like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And that woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose the woman who died in that accident could be... Should I be making the assumption that Eni died and that it's really... I mean, we'll do this, and if that's wrong, we'll switch it. I believe it was her sister, Mimi. Mimi, you were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. I guess that was it. Maybe they switched, maybe not. Maybe that's just too many twists. Ooh, back to full battery. Yeah, that's not actually a battery. I just call it a battery. Traffic accident. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. Except she said she got out the right door. I didn't catch it. The first time because I forgot the doors are reversed. The right door would be the driver's side. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. We know she's lying, so that's something we'll press on during the case. She said she got out the right door. And then it happened at the time I grabbed for my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. The door's closed, that doesn't mean. And your sister, I couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke, I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. She is clearly Mimi. The Dr. Gray really caused that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills. Like, he was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, pay my sister back. I wonder. This does give Eni a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. Ha ha ha, it seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. Ha ha ha. What? Okay, I mean, is there anything else present right now? Okay. Let's go back and go to... Well, let's just... Did anything change in here? No, okay. Then let's go to where the police are in the other room, I believe. Maybe not? I thought she called the police. I thought they were in here. Are they out front now? Looks like something's up. Stop, stop. Leave my mother alone. Ow. Hey, hold on, okay, pal? I'm not gonna hurt. Pearl, dear, is perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please let me go too. No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Here, look. It's a real pistol. Detective did not upset me further. Sorry. Poor Gumshoe, being dragged off by the ear like that by Morgan. Ow. Mother. What's up? Mother, this has never happened before. Pearls, Mr. Nick. I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Say something, Phoenix. Anything. Sigh, I'm terrible at this. Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya? She'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Mind needs you by her side. Her stare is really piercing. Shiver. Okay. Want your ball? Okay. She doesn't want her ball right now. Let's go to the detention center. Kept me waiting, Phoenix. Oh no, it's Mia. Mia, so how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. If memory serves, Mia had a few cyclops of her own. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get through those. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure, I welcome you to try. Yeah. You know something, don't you? About the real murder, I mean. Okay. Yes, those are there. Why do you think so? Da, da, da. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah, I bet I'll put against Mia. What if we can't find it? Sorry, I skimmed through. I don't know why I thought that might have been something we already seen. Recycling beach whale. Never thought I'd see the day you actually asked me about my spirit channeling. This case is all about spirit channeling, and I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into a person that you're calling was something our ancestor, Mystic Amy Faye, acquired. I've heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Amy was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism, Amitabha. To this day, so it would be Ami instead of Amy, but or it could be Amitabha. I don't know. To this day, her soul is still sealed in this crane's sacred urn. It usually sits in the winding way and has her name written on it. Yeah. Oh, come on, Phoenix. It's just a fairy tale. You're saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? I want to present her the broken urn. Come on, Phoenix. We don't have time to be looking at things like this. Okay. Fine. I'll just do your stupid locks. What happened? 3 of them. The murderer. Phoenix, you think I'm hiding information about someone from you. Isn't that right? Yes. Alright then. Tell me who you think I'm protecting. Wait, what? I think... Wait, what? I would assume... Is she protecting Morgan? Would kind of be my thought, is that like she's actually just protecting Morgan? But... Because Morgan, like, is part of it, but not really? We got a full thing. Morgan Faye, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. Okay. Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else, which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. The key. Right? Am I crazy? It should be the key, I would think. Well, maybe not, maybe... The clothes? Because the clothes swap? Who is this piece of cloth? I found an incinerator near the winding way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the splash of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes, but when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes, but why? I don't know why. But there's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood, and you know whose blood that is at this point in time. You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? Well, no. I mean, is that... It would have been in there with the key. Because that's the whole thing of... Yes, so her clothes got changed. And they threw the clothes in the incinerator. And the key was in there, which was where Pearl got it. I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key. Yet somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. So one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. Exactly. Did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me. But I want to know if my aunt is the culprit. Then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? I mean, she needed... Eeny meeny. It could be that, or it could be the thing. Eeny meeny, she's the answer to the final question, which means that my aunt and Eeny meeny went in together. Yes, we've known that since like the first 2 minutes of the case. Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. The person would have to know a lot about Fay Manor and the village itself to do this. But Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Amy is involved somehow, but we have one big problem on our hands. A problem with what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Amy. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? I mean, obviously she was trying to get her daughter to become the head of the family. Or she would be the temporary head in 4 years or whatever. Then there's only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why did my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother, she's the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Fay. Me and Maya's mother? Why would she bring her up now? The one thing that really knows about this game is how stupid Phoenix Wright is. Now then, looks like we've gathered everything we could. And I mean, I get he has to be stupid because it's a kid's game pretty much. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. Now we'll get to the trial. Should be able to solve this pretty easily. It's just having to jump through the hoops to get to where we want to go. So like I said, I can present it all. Hey, there's a bullet hole in the trunk of the same height as the thing, so clearly it was behind the screen. Eeny Me was hiding in there. She's actually Mimi Meanie. She got out the right door, which would have been the driver's side, which I would have messed up because I wouldn't have remembered that different sides. Nick? Yeah. Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. For the second time, I think. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Yeah, because she was originally suspected of murdering her sister, right? Oh no, we were suspected of murdering her sister. Were we? No. Maya was, I think. I don't know. Hey, good morning. Two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Really, we're just trying to not... We're gonna say her mother's a murderer, which would be kind of bad for her to see, I would think. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Phew, thank goodness. Nick, this way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? Well, we're going to convict her mother of murder. 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? It sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who's never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh, that's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Gulp. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then, what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's Aunt Morgan Fey to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan, yeah, she's going to say they left the room briefly and that's when they keep the yada yada, but she's just covering up the fact that she's a part of the murder. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium. In a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is. You, be quiet. No. Witness, Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have? Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order, order, order. Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. So if she's going to say they went to the Winding Way, we can say, well, Pearl was there and didn't see her. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. The pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. What? Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She's simply correcting falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Well, we'll press everything. If there's not something to present or contradict, that just moves on its own. We heard the gunshots, those two broke the door and entered the chamber. We're just going to press on every single thing. Just now you said that those two, who are the two people you were referring to? Referring to you, to that foreign lady and you yourself, good sir. A lot of not foreigner despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply cannot understand her atrocious English. It's funny because they're in Japan. Not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What do you do for that, Miss Fey? I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. We'll press on it. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call police? If there is a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At the time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Sure. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify, why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both of the good sir and that cameraman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, it's very noble of you, Miss Fey. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her in bed on a bus. Maybe she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fey, please continue. The pistol was hanging from Mr. Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Like I said, we're just pressing every single thing. During our investigation, you say that you struck the defendant in the head, and that this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by their statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya. No, we're going to question her further. One of these, I mean, the previous one we were probably supposed to leave her be, but we're just going to keep questioning. So you're covering for the defendant? Well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did... Shh. This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later. Yes, very well. Why does something feel like there's a rock in my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then quite suddenly she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. We were physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. If you've gotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Okay. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still alive when the nurse she had called. Nurse isn't dead. If she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. Yada yada. You fainted. I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And then the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy witness, elaborate on that point for us. Afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. So we'll press on that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you're unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. That's a good point. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the keyword here is this witness. What do you mean by that? I mean, she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. Okay. That's fine. She's going to present Eenie Meenie, who's going to say, oh, I saw her run out. But then we're going to say, that's impossible. Pearl was in the winding way, I would think. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, yes. That's exactly what we should... Oh, be quiet. You. Now then, with the escape he had done, was she'd gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? They're going to say Eenie Meenie. Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Meenie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Meenie? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Meenie. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess, most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Meenie, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Okay. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was, oh my god. It was like, oh my god, telling my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor, Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. You're saying the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes. Mimi Meenie, she was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Meenie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. Yeah, we've seen this a number of times. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Meenie? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far to use a medium to get revenge. It's a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? We know she couldn't have gone there because of Pearl. Why is Phoenix so dumb? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Okay. We might not press anything. We might present right away. When channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Was that because your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds in the lunch they served that day. I had this premonition that was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap and something happened while you were sleeping. A little later, someone came in the room very suddenly. We're pressing on everything, just be safe. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what... Oh, I might have read that too fast. Now, what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so that's what you meant. You should have been more clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, okay. It's okay. It's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person that entered the side room. It was oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, I knew it's not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. More than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Meany? I hadn't seen her so long. I was so happy in a way, a sad way. I mean, pressing on this, I don't think it's going to do anything. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one again? Alive again. But maybe if I was someone who didn't know about the occult. But I know all about the crane channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yes, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Let's question a little bit further, why not? So I really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter. No, there wasn't any reason for me to think anything was strange. But don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? That's right. This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? I don't think it actually is. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got it bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. All right, Mr. Wright, Miss Meany, please amend your testimony. Okay, I'm totally cool with that. Apparently this was important, I'm not quite sure why. I wasn't scared at all. And her costume looked totally normal. What do you mean costume? So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Yeah, nothing weird. Well, she would have been covered in blood. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Is everything okay? No, she would have been covered in blood. Okay, I'm gonna skip that. Yeah, okay. So we are going to present the bloody clothes. That was a very well-spun line, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix, right? It's well-constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Meany, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there's nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. I mean, yeah, I was gonna present the picture instead of the clothes, but I figured both were the same. And the clothes, I think, would make more sense. This is a picture of the sister you met. I think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order. Miss Meanie, what's the meaning of this? Miss Meanie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. That Eep. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. Okay. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume was, purple, right? The blood totally blended in with it. And I, persuaded... And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. Oh, about the revenge. Okay. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, now I see. And you've given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? All right, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. I think the important thing is, that you would have had gone through the winding way where Pearl was at the time. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how's my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You are such a hopeless cause, witness. You may feel free to ignore this tribal man. Okay. That's kind of weird. Can't breathe, let me out of here. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. I don't think that's worth pressing. I'll be pressing anyway. You didn't see the blood. Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, oh man, I guess it was worth pressing on. You're going to tell me that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. I'm assuming that I clicked too fast. Continue. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Meanie, at the time? Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew, she, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. And then I took my sister to channeling chamber. So I don't know what we necessarily present to be able to say. Do we present the profile of Pearl? Okay, what was your sister, why was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? I ask you one more thing, Miss Meanie. Sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? What do you mean? When you were going to the crime scene, because she would have noticed the broken vase and all that stuff. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something out on the way to the channel is all that important? It's very important, because Pearl was supposed to be there. Asking is very important. Not that I know where I do know where I'm going with this. I hate this part of the game. Very well. Miss Meanie, if you will, include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone onto the way to the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. Yeah, okay. What? Yes, I know, yada, 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 yada. I guess I could read this since it was the first time. Okay, so we present Pearl. I think if that's wrong, it's wrong, but you say that you can see I went onto the chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happened that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have had to have seen her. So, Miss Meany, what do you have to say to that? Right. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think that she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Because of broken urn. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. She broke the urn. Yeah, why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah, and Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Meany. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I have to declare you legally blind. Grrr. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meany. You're a masterful liar. Arg. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Meany, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's impossible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? I mean, I know what she was doing. She was murdering it, but I'm assuming I don't say help me, Mia. That'd be kind of silly. I would think that I would say it's in the evidence, but maybe not. No, because it would be in her testimony, not the evidence. Yeah, because there's no evidence that shows she was there. It was... Yeah. I don't have the evidence. It's in her testimony. In her testimony, yes. You made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there, but the body was there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Meany, how did you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. That's not necessarily what I was getting at, but... I mean, at this point, I would have already... If I was doing this without following a path, I would have said you're the actual murderer, but... Miss Meany, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Gua. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meany, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a basis assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eeny Meeny. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Channeling chamber. Miss Meany was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Meany was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's why that is. Mr. Phoenix, right? Have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Miss Wright. Simple. Miss Eeny Meeny was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah, don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone's hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Miney. Or Meanie. Actually, now I think I was saying Meanie because I was thinking Eeny Meeny. But there's also Eeny Meeny Miny Mo. And I don't... The only reason I'm saying Eeny Meeny is because that's the line, but what if she's Eeny Miny? I'm gonna keep saying Meanie. I think Meanie in the like song or rhyme, it's not really a song, it's a rhyme. I'm gonna keep saying my one. One so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps, as if you know exactly how old I am. Well, because she's the sister. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. A clothing box. Miss Meany, how are you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box, no person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Well, I disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. That clothing box is in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I sure can, because there's a bullet hole in it. Now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. It's this hole right here. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This, what on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole, about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground? Where have we heard that before? The folding screen, it had a hole the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the closing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Good. Miss Meany. You were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. So what you're saying... Whoop. Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eeny Meeny? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eeny Meeny, you were hiding inside the clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey, she had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't seem to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct. It's not possible. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. How? Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Huff, huff. Miss Meany, you had an accomplice. Profiles. Faye. This person. If it wasn't someone from Crane Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. If it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Faye? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Meanie? Grr. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently toward the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Faye with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yeah, he wasn't dead. Yes. Bang. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. The loss of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and bang. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Meanie, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Faye. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through, which is precisely why Miss Morgan Faye chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly inform the police. Hurry before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Ah. Ah ha 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 ha. Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Alec. Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where's her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Like, isn't that the most obvious thing in the world? The reason one wanted Dr. Gray dead... So, well, do you present this to where... Did she say in this... Would it be that, the newspaper clipping, or would it be like the profile of her sister? Because I'm thinking maybe the profile of her sister, but no. It'd probably make more sense to do the article about the accident. And if this doesn't work, then we'll do the profile of her sister. Just as I thought, you born with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. No, for your death. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm going to explain, so please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I wanted revenge, then I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray. It was a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see, ow. Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix, right? You failed to support your own theory. The end. I mean, there's no way you would find Maya guilty at this point, so I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? What Miss Manini stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. But at this point, why do I need to prove somebody else did it? I basically proved that Maya didn't do it. Furthermore, there's no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk tisk, so many faults. Yeah, I'm not at the point where I have to prove someone else did it. I proved that my client has not done it. Should really learn your place, Nagurk. What happened? I thought I had it for sure. Hee hee, see, it's just as I told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Meenie. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. All right, you can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed plan for murder, but regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. There's also the reason why she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time's up, Mr. Wright. Final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Meenie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Sure can. It'd be stupid if I said I couldn't. I'm totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meenie had a motive. Ha ha ha, too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination is already ended after all. Eek. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? You're supposed to be on my side. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix, right? And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a second here. I don't like it's cutting her off to do the thing. I'm not clicking through it. Yes, we will save our progress, please and thank you. This is taking longer than I thought it would. 1204. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eenie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. Under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your aunt, Morgan. That's terrible. Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right? Heck, Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Unga, looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Hey. I don't know why we necessarily needed that little aside. Part 1 how reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Meenie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Meenie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meenie, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought like you wanted to like ask about my like motive. I like don't see the point in like bringing up the past. Miss Meany, if you please. Okay. Like I totally don't think it'll do any good, but so somewhere here we need to contradict the fact that she got out on the driver's side. If that comes up, which it should. That was like last year in May. Like something really bad happened at like my sister's clank around then. And like the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was like totally pooped too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. I like woke up, excuse me, because of a jolt, and like it was a sea of flames around me. I like opened the door and like got away. So I want to press and open the door. I think I've heard this sentence all talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Wow, those are merely rumors, totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meany's sister, except when her sister is the person testifying. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Okay, I'm just going to go to the end and press the one thing I care about. And then if that doesn't give me anything, I'll press more. What happened? Night of the accident, my sister told her she was tired. Well, we'll press why she fell asleep too, I guess. The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah. It was at like 1 a.m. or so, I think. I had like a paper due like really soon. So like I hadn't slept and was working really hard because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. Okay? A jolt and there's a sea of flames. My sister, what happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on. Okay. Open the door and got away. So please tell us about your escape in more detail. So this is where we're gonna get her hung up. I like kept wanting to forget that time. So like I don't remember things about the accident in like detail anymore. Well, it's alright, no need to push yourself. I think I like gave an interview after the accident. Like that would probably be the most accurate, you know? It's an article, then I've already got it. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Yes, let's find that one contradiction and end it. So hold on, I want to... We'll press on this too. I don't think it matters, but I think it like will give another piece. There's a malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines like got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Meany? Like, no way. Dr. Gray like wanted to blame on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police reports are documented, it is entirely Meany's fault. Which means as far as the real facts are concerned, Meany is the one who made the mistake. But like, it really wasn't my sis. Okay, that's fine. Okay. We present the newspaper clipping. This evidence clearly reveals the country's in the state, Your Honor. Okay, so that's not what I'm supposed to do. Cool. I want to present the fact in there. Okay. Whatever. It's when she says she was driving, so let's push on that. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police. It was like being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then the car accident happened, huh? I guess we'll press harder. So then why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. But, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. Well, that's not true. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Meany. But you did have your license. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony. Okay. So that's what we needed to get to. I was, like, totally pooped, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. Just because. Okay, so we can... present this. Miss Meany, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What does it mean, this, Miss Meany? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic director? Yes, a perverted fake clinic director. Oh, I accidentally clicked and it skipped. No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. But she didn't get out of the hospital until December. The accident happened last May. That's half a year elapsed between time, Mr. Finks, right? What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss May did not have a driver's license. Irk. Ow. Crime I will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and the driver could not have switched seats. I'm like glad you get it, but like even if I had my license, I don't think my sis would let me drive. Hmm? Yeah, don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because I think the situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Meanie, if you please. Like how annoying. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. Yeah, I just had some really bad timing of my power freaking out and going on and off like 4 times in like 10 seconds. So that caused everything to crash. It's just funny because I made the note that I'd do the recording in addition to the streaming so I could go through and edit the audio if things were messed up. Well, the format I record in does not work when it cuts off like in the middle. So I lost that recording. So when I go to upload the VOD, I'll have to do it from the Twitch download, which is whatever. But let's get back in the game. I don't think we lost too much, but we're gonna have to load and like jump through a few hoops to get back to where we were. I think it should be about back up and running though. Yeah, because this is where it just restarted. So I think we were only like a little short bit into that. And I'll end up getting to do the thing I got wrong. Now I'll get correct, I guess. Go through some quick clicking. Alright. The one thing I'll have to press on. Skip. Let me skip. Come on. Okay, I could push that, but this is the thing we had to push. Okay. Not a driver's license, but we will present. Then we present this, and that ends up not actually being useful, but it gets us to force her to re-testify. And then I think we're almost already back to where we were. She says she got it in May. Or she says she got it in November after the accident was in May. But I thought it said she wasn't discharged till December, but I could be wrong. I think this is about where we were. Oh yeah, she gives testimony about her sister wouldn't let her drive. Okay. Here we go. Wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a newbie drive my car. Or noob, I guess that's how it would be in that one. Like, that's why when I ended up in the passenger seat, so that's, like, why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red car. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but I want to press on the passenger seat thing. Like, big fan of cars, yada yada, yada yada. Okay. An accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah, I immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled like in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's gonna be hard to break a natural sounding testimony, but we have to attack it. Okay. Believe it, there's a path I know, yada yada. Sorry, I'm skipping because I want to. Okay. Present. In this, she says she goes out the right door. The assumptions. But it is. It is. The right door. God, it's so stupid. Press on everything. So stupid. Okay. So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big name of the lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Oh, this lawyer never had a permit. Wow. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? She valued cars. How much would she say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, the drop of rain. And, like, she wouldn't notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? Sure, well, it's just price harder, why not? Why did she take so special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I think that cars getting dirty is just another effect of life, but how'd she get a brand new car if she was in trouble? I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking about something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Meany, what kind of car was it? So you just got this really shiny, bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah, she had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. Oh, are Japanese cars the driver's not on the other side? Well, I'm gonna look that up real quick. Look that up. Now in Japan it's on the right side too, so it's the localized version of this game treats it as if we are in the US. The UK were those her boyfriend's initials. It was a really special model. She had to wait for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be Ira's next topic. I don't know anything but cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. So they're going to point out that the wheel is on the right. Your Honor, please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about being a special import car? Yes. Sigh, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point. To be honest, I don't know what the point is either. I do. It's the point I tried to make about Japanese cars being on it. Sure, whatever. My sister Nicole is like a special model from England. What does that mean? I hold pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and this driver's seat is opposite to our car here in the United States. It seems there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That sleek shape, the part of the engine, the wall way it starts. Okay. Forgive me, her personality changed at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Okay. Yes, but can I present off that? We're gonna try. Miss Meanie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it, but I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car. Okay, so the localization makes this America, which I guess throws off, but then they don't use the American court system, so it's very strange. Okay. Now, if it's a British car, the two of them are riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Wait. Is Phoenix Wright, like the Japanese version, set in America? I guess it makes sense given people's names. Maybe I've been misjudging it this entire time, thinking it's about the Japanese court system when it's supposed to be about the American court system, and they just made a game that doesn't make sense for the American court system. What do you mean by this? Miss Meanie, you said that you escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah. Order in the court, order. Heck, Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Meanie. That's what Eni said, yes, but that's where her whole story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was really driving that night? So, Mimi was. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eni Meanie, was the one in the driver's seat, which leads us to the next question. The next question: who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name is. Oh boy, that's a lot of things if I get it wrong. This witness's real name is... Profiles. Mimi Meanie. That is your real name. Of all the forced dribble, then how did you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital, so for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No, but Mimi Meanie, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. They didn't feel like checking dental records. Then the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Eni Meanie. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Meanie? I mean, so it's obvious from the game when that is not Eni Meanie. So you had to realize that was one big reason. The car accident a year ago, the one who died that night was Eni Meanie. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eni. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Meanie from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What does it mean, this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in that crash, Mimi Meanie. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Meanie was still in fact alive. So she didn't actually want revenge, she just didn't want to get found out when a medium would not have been able to call her sister. That's a stretch. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted, so this witness had to stop that from happening, at all costs. Or he would have just thought mediums were a load of bunk, but whatever, and that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray, Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Ooh, I just realized I didn't check to make sure my video broadcast has started back up. It did, so we're okay. In that moment, his fate was sealed. What? Well, Miss Miss Von Karma? Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Mimi. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? No, her sister was already dead and could just take her life. I think I understand why. Mimi wanted her old self to disappear because of this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Mimi. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Mimi had a car accident, in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk, if only he hadn't thought about channeling Mumbo Jumbo. Mumbo Jumbo? Becoming Ini has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult, I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there's still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, we gotta get Morgan Fay kind of caught too, I guess. I don't know. Why did Miss Meany choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Franziska von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Yeah, she's whipping everybody. One more for good measure. Shouldn't she be, like, arrested? Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix, Phoenix. This court is a fraud, a sham. Now then, it looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not Quilty. But are they gonna, like, arrest Morgan as well? As all this court is adjourned. I guess we wouldn't have had like evidence present why she did it. So, I mean, like I said, it shouldn't be our thing to have to prove it. Just game-wise, well, I guess we'll see what happens. Congratulations, Maya. Sis. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box, that was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lada would have witnessed quite a scene. Possessed Maya Fey, who had just committed murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congratulations, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi and Meanie with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped me with their plan was... Wait, do I actually have something for this? Do I have... I mean, I think it's for Pearl would be... I don't have something that is like about... I'm going to say Pearl. Pearly, 4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Korean village, and that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, the main family's bloodline would disappear, and what would happen then? Branch family, my aunt... No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah. Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying... I thought so. Date and time unknown, detention center. Solitary confinement, cell 13. My precious Pearl. You're the only one suitable to be the master of Crane, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Well, that's a little much. That's a little much. Reunion turnabout, the end. Another case with what's her name? But yeah, we're gonna save. We'll probably end it there. I don't want to get like, I don't want to go too much longer, and I don't want to get like a little bit into it. So we'll probably I forgot. Oh, I'm so stupid. I didn't even notice for this back half that that my helmet had come on. Whenever I first like relaunch, it usually toggles the helmet on. I didn't even realize I needed to toggle it off. So that's fine. We did the last 20 minutes with the helmet on. That's cool. That's whatever. Oh, I think I was zoomed. Slid kind of far away from my desk too. But yeah, that'll do it. I'm going to have to do a little download of the VOD since my recording broke, and then piece that together with the other thing to make it a singular VOD. But that's okay. We did a bit better with the case this time, only messing up a few things. A few things that didn't make a ton of sense that we worked through. Oh, excuse me. I believe there's only 4 cases in this game, and we're through 2 of them already, so we just have 2 more. I'm going to guess one of them is going to be like 3 or 4 investigation phases and like 3 or 4 trial phases, so they're probably going to be pretty long. I guess the goal will still be to... I think the goal is still to finish out this game before we move on to something else. We'll see how I feel about it. Maybe I'll do a longer stream that tries to get through all of a case. I think that would have been smarter to do with this case, to do like a 4.5, 5 hour stream that would have gotten this entire case done. Because I'm guessing the other ones are going to be longer. But we'll see how I feel. Like the game is okay. I'm not actually having that much fun with it. So maybe I will move on to something else. I do want to keep getting the practice streaming before I try to jump into something else. But I do also know I don't think I'm ever going to have anyone stop in to watch this game being played. I still like to have the VOD, so I still think it's good practice. Maybe we'll go through it and then we'll try to actually work on channel growth and getting people to watch us. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks anyone who has, as I punch my microphone, thanks anyone who has checked out this VOD that hopefully I was able to piece together and upload. I think I did a little bit better. I mean, I didn't get overly frustrated today, like I think I did in the last time I played. But yeah, hoping. My throat isn't sore at all, so I think I'm getting better at talking. I guess it helps that I got to take a small break when my power went out to get something to drink, because I'd already gone through all my water. But yeah, still getting back to the swing of things. But thanks for hanging out. Not really hanging out. Thanks for watching this VOD if you watched it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.